Welcome to the Who Did What show. I'm your host, Danielle, and today we're talking about all of the things you're talking about. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps the channel grow and bring you more of what you want to know. Let's get started. What if I told you the beef between 50 Cent and Diddy isn't just a music industry feud? It might be part of something far more sinister. Just hours after Diddy beat a charge that could have sent him away for life, 50 received a chilling message from a burner account. It read, "Tell Curtis I ain't done yet." And insiders say that message came straight from Diddy himself. But this isn't just about threats, it's about cover-ups, vanished witnesses, and a documentary that might expose one of the most powerful men in hip-hop as more than just an artist. Because 50's not just trolling anymore, he's digging into a story that could take down giants. On the same day, Diddy was found not guilty on the most serious charge, the RICO conspiracy that could have put him away forever. A burner account popped back to life, silent for months, and then, boom. Tell Curtis I ain't done yet. It wasn't vague, it wasn't random. It was a warning, and the timing, hours after the verdict dropped. Not from a lawyer, not from a PR rep. According to insiders close to 50, this came from Diddy himself. And it's no coincidence, because that same week, 50 made one thing clear. The documentary is still happening, and what he's about to reveal goes way beyond what the court ever allowed. See, 50 Cent's been calling out Diddy for years. The trolling, the shady Instagram captions, the fluffy jokes. But this is different. 50's new docuseries, Did He Do It?, is promising to go deeper than anything the trial covered. Deeper than the headlines, deeper than the rumors. He's not just talking parties and lawsuits, he's digging into why those stories were buried and who's protecting Diddy. That's why Diddy sent the message. Because 50 isn't just mocking him anymore. He's threatening to expose the whole machine. If you followed the trial, you know things didn't add up. Like how the original prosecutor suddenly got replaced. Out goes Damian Williams, the guy who led the charge. In comes Moren Comey, the same name tied to the Epstein case. Sound familiar? And then there's Christina Coram, Diddy's mysterious right-hand woman, mentioned dozens of times by victims, described as his assistant, fixer, even madam in some lawsuits. But when it came time to testify, she was gone. Not called, not questioned, just erased. Ask yourself, why? To some, she's just an assistant. But victims say Christina was the one organising everything behind the scenes. Cassie said she talked to her every day, about schedules, moods, even what to wear depending on how Diddy felt. Another victim, Jane, testified that Christina told her to fly with illegal substances. "It's fine. I do it all the time," she allegedly said. 64 mentions in one lawsuit. 64. And yet, no charges. No testimony. Nothing. Some are now calling her Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell, the one who knew everything and disappeared before the truth came out. So why did the government avoid her like a landmine? Originally, 50's doc was just about the wild stories, the freak-off parties, the chaos. But now, it's evolving. A leaked clip, allegedly from the documentary, shows masked guests, antlers, ritualistic energy, stuff straight out of an eyes-wide-shut nightmare. If that footage is legit, we're talking about a blackmail ring, not just a party. According to sources close to production, 50's team has obtained archived footage from private security systems, interviews with former employees, and even audio recordings that were never submitted in court. This goes beyond the wild lifestyle. It dives into how that lifestyle may have been weaponized to control, to manipulate, to blackmail. Not just for money, but for power. Years ago, Kanye West called Diddy a Fed. People laughed, but now there's evidence piling up. Diddy somehow dodges serious charges, while Epstein-style accusations swirl around him. Christina vanishes, a Comey steps in as prosecutor, and the feds? They confiscated tapes from Diddy's homes, but haven't said a word about what's on them. Insiders claim those tapes include footage of executives, celebrities, even political figures. If that's true, Diddy wasn't just partying. He was collecting insurance. And that makes him not just an artist, but a tool for something much bigger. Former US Attorney Brett Tolman has drawn chilling parallels. Both Epstein and Diddy ran elite blackmail operations. Parties were fronts, guests were filmed, and secrets were stored like ammunition. And like Epstein, Diddy may have had protection. Sources say Christina Coram may have been the go-between, the one who facilitated the setup and ensured everyone stayed silent. Yet prosecutors didn't touch her. 50's documentary is reportedly targeting this theory head-on. One section will be dedicated entirely to Christina Coram, another to the mystery around the Comey family, and a third to how Diddy may have been shielded to protect bigger players. This is no longer about music beef, it's about power. Diddy's not even sentenced yet, but he's already threatening revenge. Like he knows he's walking free. And that makes 50's mission even more dangerous. Because the people he's exposing, they don't just play dirty, they own the game. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. Why is 50 still going? He could stop now, walk away, let the dust settle. But instead, he's doubling down, posting clips, leaking screenshots, teasing revelations. It's almost like he's daring them to try something. Fans are warning him to be careful. But 50's response? Straight defiant. He called Diddy gay Teflon Don, clapped back at followers, and even joked about hiding out at a basketball game. Classic 50. Mock the danger, laugh in the face of threats. But behind the jokes is a serious mission. A mission that could blow open one of the biggest underground scandals in hip-hop history. Because this story isn't over. In fact, it may have just begun. If 50 really has the footage, the names, and the connections, then Did He Do It could end up being the most dangerous documentary hip-hop has ever seen. If you thought this was just another rap beef, think again. From burner threats to courtroom conspiracies, from freak-off parties to federal protection, this story is deeper, darker, and more dangerous than anything we've seen before. And 50 Cent? He's not just making noise, he's making history. So if you want to stay updated on every leak, every twist, and every exposed name, hit that subscribe button. Because when the full story drops, you'll want to be the first to know. And trust us, they won't want this getting out. This isn't just a documentary, this is a war. Stay alert, stay tuned, and above all, stay awake.